All right, welcome to the next episode of the Rams franchise rebuild. A lot to see on your screen right now. We simmed against the Titans and lost pretty badly, but apparently Bijan had a really good game. So we're going to have an opportunity to get him X Factor. I was hoping to do this at some point in the season. Didn't expect it to happen when I simmed, but we're playing against a very high overall, or excuse me, very high record Carolina Panthers, despite them only having 81 overall. We are now all of a sudden fighting against the Seahawks for first place in the division at week 10. I already did training and I focused on outside runs. But here we go. Bijan wants the ball. He needs 4 touchdowns or 200 yards receiving / rushing. 200 total yards actually really doable. I didn't know it was going to be total yards. I do really quick want to see what he ended up doing last game. That is good enough to give him this opportunity. So we're going to go to player stats, rushing. Okay, now he had 3 touchdowns, I guess would be the big thing. Really weird seeing him on this screen with the Rams Phantom. But we're going to go ahead and, of course, play this. Should we do defensive drives? It depends on what the difference is in terms of the momentum. We're going to edit uniforms here. We're going to go with this one. I really like this white jersey. And let's make them play custom home. Yeah, we'll current home alternate or whatever. I don't know. We're going to play as all white unis versus all black at home in Los Angeles.
It's the National Football.
And we are excited. If the momentum's really good for us, can I even see it on this screen? We'll just kick off real quick. Take a look at it then. Man, these white unis from the 60s were their best unis, I feel like. I hate their current ones. I've stated it before, and I'm sticking with it. They are ugly. Let's see. What is the momentum? And I hold R2. Improved catching. And we can see their intended target. I'm going to do a safety here. I think we're just going to sim defense. It's Bryce Young. Hopefully he doesn't end up tearing our defense apart. We're going to just play all offense and try and get Bijan these yards. They take up half the first quarter, which is terrible. And, they have some D linemen that I might need to worry about as we get a great run to the outside. Exactly what we're looking for. 22 yards to start the game. There we go. All right. That's what we're talking about. We just need that consistently throughout this game. We're going to run a passing play. We don't have to limit ourselves completely to the run. And Strickland is so good at that catch in traffic. He's got to be one of the best I've ever seen at it. Should we run read option? Probably better than inside zone here. And I see him running behind. Could have kept it with Ellis. But of course, we're trying to get these rushing yards. So we'll run level switch. Try and get Bijan in the flat here. He looks pretty covered. Beautiful throw, and Strickland just can catch everything you throw at him. Looks like he got hit pretty hard, but nonetheless, really good catch. And he's right back up, ready to run. Fake route here. As we get to Bijan, we're going to spin. Maybe not the best decision to spin. We're going to run stretch this time. Off the no huddle. Really good blocking, but I thought he was blocked. I guess not. I was going to cut it up a little bit sharper. We'll actually run red zone scissors, and hopefully Bijan is uncovered here. He looks to be pretty open, and we just don't have quite enough time. We were asking for a lot. But to be fair, we have a really good offensive line, so I kind of expected it. I don't know what would be easier, 200 total yards? And he burnt his corner. I don't know if this was roughing the passer or holding. They're zooming in on our offensive lineman. Okay. Our offense seems to be the worst in football at holding. I've never gotten it. Granted, I don't play a lot of defense, but I haven't gotten it yet on them. And ours does it really consistently. Okay, Bayless. We're going to tell you to cut up field. He's going to cook up a nice first down for us. And that's going to be the first quarter. A quarter in, Bijan's doing good, but not insane. We're going to have to crank it up. Give him the ball here. Get him a touchdown, hopefully some yards. Was it rushing and receiving touchdowns, or does it have to be rushing touchdowns? I don't know. We're going to run it to this side, and it's just a free touchdown. Best blocking you'll ever see for run plays, but just not passing, apparently. We'll run wide zone here. And we're going to flip it. Definitely going to flip it here. We have Strickland, who is a pretty good run blocker. Cut it up. And we have blockers up the field. Bijan just has to beat him out, and he does! Beautiful blocking. Great run. And Bijan now has 2 rushing touchdowns and a lot of yards. It's looking good after that one. Look at him. Ayuk ran up. So did our lineman. Our lineman, I think it was our left tackle, was up the field for us. And it's not like we're killing it. Our defense is kind of getting cooked as well as theirs. And they don't have a high overall offense. We're going to try and scramble, throw it deep. Not going to be able to as we get hit by Brian Burns. We'll run mesh spot here. I wish Ellis had the ability to change the routes better. Hot route master. We're trying to stiff arm out of bounds. Wow, they're going to call that. Okay, I mean, we'll take it. I cannot believe they called that. That puts us in really good field goal position, almost. We're just going to lob it to Strickland. It is deep in the end zone, very inaccurate on that touch pass. Just tried to give him a chance one-on-one. We know Strickland is kind of built for that. Good chance we go... Okay, never mind. We'll go to Bayless. It says perfect accuracy, but it looked like Bayless had to dive for that, which would not make it perfect accuracy, in my opinion. That one play rushing touchdown by Bijan was so nice. It's going to help us going into this halftime. We kind of made a bad decision there. Do we punt it? I don't really care about this win that much. I mean, yeah, we obviously won it. I really want the stats to the players that we need them. Brandon Ayuk trucks his way to the first down. That was beautiful. We're not really getting Bijan anything on this drive, but we are kind of limited in what we can do. As we have Wall there, gets it down to the 1 yard line. Do we run it with Bijan? That's the question. I don't think so. We can't really run the route I want to with him. I mean, wheel is good enough, I suppose. And yeah, I mean, he kind of cuts up too early if I run that. That was almost a pick. Certainly would not have been ideal. This is kind of the route we want from him. Just run into the flat. He gets open here, and that's a touchdown for Bijan. That's his 3rd touchdown. I don't think receiving touchdowns really help him, but we'll take him when we can get him. That actually gave us the lead going into halftime. instead of being tied. And he has 122 yards. I kind of thought it would be more. Accidentally no huddled, just out of habit. So we're going to run slants here. As you can see, Strickland gets absolutely bodied. And he's actually able to find space after being held up pretty much that entire time. We'll run 4 verts. We don't need to force Bijan the ball. He already has a lot of yards. And actually, it looks... he ran out of bounds. We'll just throw it across the middle of the field to Brandon Aiyuk, who gets it down to the 14. He came back for us, and he got rewarded for it. We're going to run inside zone. This looks like we have a great opportunity here. Jukes again, gets big hit, but he gets the first down to the 3. And we're going to run it, no huddle, run it right back up the middle again. Dive for the touchdown. That would be 4 total touchdowns. That would look like a dev tray upgrade to me. And boy, he is having a heck of a game when we needed it. Against not a bad defense either. We know this Panthers team is a high overall on defense, 84. And they're kind of playing not like it. This says it's for Strickland. Okay, it's for Aiyuk. Kind of what I thought. I think we're going to run this instead. Yeah, we're just getting pressured. Nobody really found any space, at least that I could see. 3rd and 13, kind of a tough spot here. I could just run it, but like that just kind of feels like giving up in this situation, as it looks like Brandon Aiyuk cooked his man, and Taylor Ellis with one of the most beautiful passes you'll see, right in stride to Aiyuk, and that's a bomb! Huge touchdown there. Panthers are not making it easy on us. They want this win just as bad as we do. At least offensively they do. Their defense seems to be struggling. And boy, it's almost like they ran from it there. I'd feel more comfortable if we could get Bijan a 4th rushing touchdown, as he just kind of glitches into the knockdown man. Didn't let me control him any better to get him more to the outside, unfortunately. You kind of hate to see that. We'll run this.
Do you throw the ball here in a long distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away?
It's going to say good accuracy. Really wasn't. We're going to punt. No reason to go for it here, I don't think. And hopefully this is a good one. He's going to have a return opportunity. Okay, and I kind of mess it up. And he gets an insane return. Oh, man, that's bad. Hopefully our defense can stop him. And, I mean, they hold him up. So, I'll take it. I'm going to run flood. Hopefully swing this out to Bijan or Bayless. Give it to Bijan. He jukes. Gets a nice little 9-yard reception. His total yards is getting up there, too, between the receiving and rushing. We'll click inside zone, my audible here. I kind of feel like taking a shot in these situations, you know. 2nd and 1, I feel so confident in our team and getting the first on the next play. Why not run, you know, something a little deep? And if we don't get it, you know, it's a 3rd and 1. Pretty easy run, usually. It looks like Bijan goes... No, he goes in a weird route here. We're going to find Aiyuk. Gets a nice play there. And we're kind of cooking. Aiyuk actually gets in the zone from that. Although it's the end of the 4th, and we can kind of maybe just chew this clock out. Actually, Bijan's going to get incredible blocking. Run it right into the end zone. 5th total touchdown today, 4th rushing. And that's going to be it. That is going to be the game, as our defense even holds them up enough that we can just run the ball, not stress too much here. And Strickland manages to block 2 people at once. Bijan makes a man miss in the open field. We can't quite knee it out, I don't think. Very close to being able to. We have a pretty easy time here. And Bijan's going to get another first down run. And we can QB kneel it now. So I am going to just kneel it out for the rest here. And I will see you guys on the main screen when we see Bijan get his upgrade. Here we are at the main screen, ready to see this dev trait get upgraded. You know why I love playing football? Because they actually put you without Y and O. Okay, interesting. You only get respect when you earn it in coach. I'd say I earned it today. They also don't capitalize the I's. Interesting. But nonetheless, Bijan's going to get his superstar X Factor unlocked and some XP as well. So let's go ahead and advance the week, and then we'll actually take a look at them. We're 6-3 here, and the Seahawks still putting up a fight for the division. As weekly rewards, obviously, is going to be Bijan. He almost got 200 rushing, but he actually only finished with 198, and then he had 5 total touchdowns. So that's really, really good, obviously. And he's a superstar X Factor now. His stats should just keep going up on the rise. Let's look at him real quick now that he has that big red background behind him. I mean, look at this offense. God, that is pretty insane. That is wild, to say the least. And our team is very high overall with the morale boost as well. So that is sick. Bijan actually got an upgrade, and I used it on his power back because I would like to be able to get these. Okay, I'd like to get these to be just 1, as that is Bruiser. If he can get Bruiser, that'd be really nice. And then I can give him something, you know, a little bit better. Maybe reach for it. Probably human joystick, actually, once we get that. So we're looking at him being really good. What is satellite? When they enter the zone, this ability increases their success rate on possession and rat catches against single coverage. I couldn't want that less. We are, of course, going to give him first one free, as he is a just very elusive back, and that'll make him even better. Brandon Ayuk is a 96, Strickland's an 85, and Ellis is an 86. Our team looks insane. Our team looks incredible. Go ahead and take a look at this prospect spotlight real quick. Doubt I will do anything with it. Jelani Gaines at DT. We'll take a little peek at him, but I am going to just go ahead and probably sim against the Jaguars. And I'll let you know when we resume, obviously, because it will just resume for you. All right, so we simmed last week, and of course we lost. I don't know what an 87 overall team has to do to get you a win. Probably just because we're the Rams, honestly. But we're playing the 49ers, who for some reason are 4-6 and the same overall. So maybe I shouldn't complain. We're gonna go ahead and play this. This should be a really good game. You know, division battle here. I forgot to change the unis. What a rookie mistake. As we are playing in San Fran at Levi Stadium, we're gonna hopefully, and I mean hopefully, come out with a win here. Devin Tompkins out to return. Probably gonna be too far back. We're just gonna take the knee. Devin Tompkins ain't greedy. He's a great player. Certainly ain't greedy.
come the Rams
All right.
down for their first possession.
Here we go.
At a glance at the man under center at 6'5",
Do we want to?
demands attention.
Oh, it gave Bijan his actual X factor. It worked. I figured maybe it wouldn't because we've had the problem where it won't give us the third X factor, but it actually gives it to him. This is perfect. I'm considering changing a wide receiver one to being Strickland with it because Strickland, I just tend to throw to my wide receiver 2 more than my wide receiver 1. It's just kind of habit. I feel like they get better routes usually, and we'll consider it. But to be fair, Ayuk has done really good with his X factor, so just maybe not as necessary. We're gonna bomb one deep to Wall as he burned his man, and we finally reward Wall. I feel like we've kind of neglected him a little bit, as we have just, you know, 2 other really good players at wide receiver, but Wall finally gets a deep touchdown. He earned it on that route too. We're gonna go camp here. I just want to see. I kind of spin into another block, which is kind of the issue. I don't know if I can run inside and spin out. Maybe I should give that a shot. Because they're going to get a nice little completion there. We're going to run with Devin White here. He is indeed one of our best players, period, but especially on defense. As James Cook. Interesting. 49ers have James Cook. Did I see Superstar on him, or am I tripping? They still have McCaffrey, too. So they just have some good running backs. As Deebo Samuel is in the slot, and Brock Purdy can't complete that one. What is Brock Purdy's overall? That is a great question. Still is yet to lose a regular season game, which is pretty cool. But, I mean, as impressive as it is the 49ers, to be fair. As Devin White makes him... Devin White? Nice. Devon Tom... I can't speak. Don't worry about it. I accidentally sim our offense and just not thinking. And they go and drive for a touchdown, so that's cool. We'll play one more defensive drive, and then we're just going to go straight offense from here on out. It's just fun when we have playmakers on defense to use them, you know? Especially with how good this offense is. I probably don't want to sim too much anyways. As Chris McCaffrey gets a good run there. We're gonna do a zone blitz. Blitzing is just a lot of fun. And it actually is pretty effective, I would say, against the computer. As he bombs it deep, and just we have players that can't catch a football on defense. I've heard that's just kind of common for competitive mode when you're a DB. I accidentally changed my camera instead of changing who I am, as McCaffrey gets blown up before he can get a first down. And we are going to go for the punt return. I don't know if he'll punt it. He will. Okay, sick. Don't even have to go into a screen before it happens, as Tompkins is going to try and find some room. I can't quite do it. It's going to be the end of the first quarter. Let's not sim this offensive drive. We do want to play it. We can get a jet pass to Strickland if we want. Something tells me I shouldn't do it, and I won't. So we are going to run some play action here. See if they'll bite on Bijan, and Ayuk can't quite get there. Slightly out of reach. Ellis, you know, still struggling a little bit with his accuracy as a rookie. But in like 2 years, that should never happen again. This will be, I mean, probably 99 for sure, right? Bijan gets some great blocking. Can't quite get that first down. But here he is, kind of cooking. How close is he on his ability? He just needs one more 10-yard run. And this looks like it's a good opportunity to get it. He just has to beat Nick Bosa at the edge. And Nick Bosa makes this run really far wide. Because he is no man to be messed with. And, I mean, I don't know if you see what I see. I see Strickland and Wall being pressed. Not something I would personally do, as Wall beats his man, and I just can't get time in the pocket. It has been a struggle passing it deep sometimes because of this offensive line. Maybe need to consider making a trade in the offseason, making a signing, just something to switch it up, because something isn't working, as Ellis is going to get out of the pocket here and actually find so much room. And we almost somehow are able to switch it back inside and get a touchdown. We were one man away. That was incredible. Once again, pressing our wide receivers, it looks like. I just wouldn't do it if I were you guys. I don't know. Maybe you see something on tape. I see Wall burning you guys every time. And what a dot that was. Defense holds strong, doesn't give up any points. Looks like it was either a turnover or maybe a missed field goal. I didn't really look. Strickland looks like he has this man beat. We just need a perfect pass, and Ellis delivers. That was a perfect pass. It was had a good accuracy, but that was, I couldn't have gotten really any better. We're going to continue to pass it here. They're just giving us opportunities. And Wall can't get the ball because Ellis sailed it. That looked like a throwaway to me. I suppose that happens sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, Nick Bosa is a dangerous man to compete with, and I throw it across the middle. Poor accuracy because of how I did that. And Fred Warner is going to return it pretty far. That is an unfortunate mistake. Shouldn't have done it. Should have thrown it away. I tried to do something. And we paid the price. Fairly enough. What is his zone hawk? Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Can't quite get to the outside. But Bijan's had a really solid game thus far, and we just kind of want to keep giving him the ball if we can. I know we are kind of on a little bit of a time crunch here, but I wish the tight end on that route would run deeper. That's the only issue I have with that play. I wish it was less of a straight out and then a little bit more diagonally, rather. I'm just going to bomb it deep, and Ayuk's going to find his way back to the ball and drop. Beautiful play for Ayuk there. Ellis, I believe, got lit up there. But, you know, that's going to happen when you're playing one of the best edge rushers in the league. We're just going to not get too crazy. We already did that once. Did not work out. What do I want to do here? Run some play action? See if we can get Allen the ball, maybe? And Ellis is going to find Ayuk wide open. They did not cover him. And Ellis is just built for those kind of bootlegs. That's what he is made for with that speed. We're going to throw Bayless also on a slant. We'll just have everyone running slants. We're going to try and find him. Unfortunately, they only have to blitz 4. When you have Nick Bosa and just the D-line in general that they have, it makes it kind of tough sometimes. I want to go to Strickland here. We're going to throw it up. High throw. Knocked out. Can't get it to him. What do we want to do here? I almost want to run it. It's tempting. We're not going to do it. We're going to try and find someone here. And Bijan, Fred Warner just wasn't looking. Gets caught up just trying to keep up with Bijan. Runs too far. And Bijan's going to be able to get an easy touchdown. This looks definitely like man coverage, so I'm not going to run this. Considered it. It is most definitely man coverage too, so. Wow, Fred Warner just lurking across the middle. Didn't see him. And he's going to have a pick 6. Fred Warner showing why he is probably the best middle linebacker in the league. With a beautiful lurk there. And it says they have all the momentum, despite the fact that we are still up a score.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Bijan, just a solid run, nothing crazy. I mean, I don't really know what to do here. I think we just keep running it. Bijan has had a pretty solid day thus far, and he's going to have another great run. That should activate his X Factor as well. A phone call there, so I had to pause. But Bijan getting his X Factor ability activated because of that. And it still says they have full momentum after that run, so that's interesting. Obviously, trying to get Bijan the ball. Screens sometimes work really, really well, and then sometimes that happens. I guess that's fairly realistic, I suppose. We just kind of need those to work a little better sometimes. We're going to run here. Ellis has a lot of room and a lot of speed. And I believe that knocks Fred Warner out of the zone. You know, sometimes you don't want to give me those opportunities. And we have Bijan here. X Factor activated. Run it to the outside. Juke in. Can't find any room. I mean, they did a great job keeping us from finding any yards. Who is going running what here? Okay. The screen shaking like crazy. And, wow. That's, unfortunate. Home team has improved blocking. That's alright. That's alright. We're just gonna run it. 3rd and 10. I mean, a field goal, it makes it a 2-possession game at least. Tempting to go for it on 4th and 3. But you know, we're gonna play it smart here. No reason to push our luck, especially with how good this defense has played this drive. Might not get it. That's gonna knock them a little bit out of the zone. I'm tempted to play defense here. But we're up 2 possessions. We'll trust our defense. Terrible decision. Absolutely brutal. And I mean, they're just locked in the zone, and we are struggling because of it. Okay, okay. And wow. It's like Ellis kind of got glued in there. I was trying to run a lot sooner than that. He just did not feel very agile, to say the least. We're in trouble. We are in desperate need of something here. So let's see what we can do here on 2nd. I'm going to run. Ellis to the outside. 5 rushes for 80 yards. I mean, he has been quite easily the highlight reel today. Scrambling. 3rd and 8. You want to get one of our playmakers the ball. And luckily for us, that's everyone on offense. We're going to run a screen, though. Bijan's going to get it. Going to kind of work our way here to a 1st down. Great. Great stuff. And we have a QB and a running back in the zone. And I got to say, it is so tempting to run play action at some point. Not play action, excuse me, a read option at some point here. Fred Warner kind of gets bodied by our tackle who plays center. What do we want to do? I feel like we just keep giving Bijan the ball and it works, you know? Why quit? Why quit it? He almost has 100 rushing yards. And you know, we are trying to chew some of this clock anyways. I don't think this is going to be man, actually. But we're going to run 4 verts. Bijan catches that. It's only a 2-yard gain. Pretty dangerous 2-yard gain, I gotta say. Maybe shouldn't have done that. But it does work out just fine. We could get Ayuk in the zone here, actually. Funny enough. I'm gonna chuck it, and wow, I'm just making some bad throws here today. And this 49ers team is proving to give us some challenges. We're gonna play this defense because I need to stop, and our sim is not doing too hot when we try it. I'm going to come in with Fuller and blitz.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
And that's a fumble. Excuse me? that is a fumble. Wow. Okay, they got bailed out. I don't know how they're going to call that a throw. And we're going to run some cover 3. Use Devin White. No, we're man, I want to blitz. Whenever they go to 5 wide, they can get an unblocked blitzer every time. We're going to tell our boy to run here. And Purdy gets lit up by our safety, John Johnson. Oh my goodness, what a play. I sent him because I saw Purdy scrambling out. And it wasn't like he was covering anybody, so I went ahead and sent him and lit him up. Bijan trying to make something out of that. Gets 4 yards. And we just have to play a little bit smarter here. We're going to run a bootleg, as bootlegs for me work really well. We're going to throw it a semi-dangerous pass. I felt pretty fine there doing it. Doesn't quite work. Our tight end seems to drop the ball more often than I would like for Superstar X Factor in his 2nd year. But, you know, I guess it happens. As we run another screen here, and Bijan just kind of cooking. Taylor Ellis, a interesting performance so far. Do we take it to the 2 minutes? I do like this little halfback angle route, but I think we play it smart, take that 2-minute warning. Only a 3-point lead. Only a 3-point lead. And this has been a hard-fought game. Our team doesn't sim well, unfortunately. We're going to have to change something up. As Bijan's going to get 6 yards there. And we finally got our read option. Taylor Ellis no longer has his ability, though. And Bijan's just going to get a free touchdown. I mean, you got to fill in those gaps and react quicker as a defense. I'm going to super sim the defense. Oh, nope, I hit offense. And our defense held up. Okay. That was a, emotional roller coaster there. And it looks like we have a pretty easy win here. All we need is 1 first down. We can knee out the clock. Bijan gets kind of swept up there quickly. Do we get a little crazy? Yeah, we do. We do. We have, okay. I mean, I made a good play happen there. It just looks like it's going to be holding. And I believe that stops the clock. Our offense just holds a lot. They can't seem to avoid it. I think this is going to be a crazy good run. I'm going to be honest. I think we find the edge here. And, no, we don't. We don't find the edge there. They want us to knee it. We can't knee it now. We would still have to punt. So, no, we're not going to knee it. We're going to run this. Juke back inside. Get it to 4th and 7. And we could definitely punt it here. Make it an almost impossible. Come back with about 15 seconds left. No, it'd probably only be 10. And maybe pin them down. Should we consider punting instead of going for it? Going for it seals it, though. Going for it seals it. And I don't think they're gonna get it anyway, so we're gonna go for it.
Operating from the gun, Ellis escaping the pressure right, and it's
we get kind of bodied, and it is what it is because that's the game. So Taylor Ellis 4 passing touchdowns. Bijan had 20 carries for 126 yards. Pretty good game on offense. Definitely made some crucial mistakes. Trying to do too much with Taylor Ellis. It's going to cost us here and there. Ow. I tweaked my neck. I keep turning and aggravating it somehow. Jeremy Camp's going to get an upgrade. That's really, really good. that was a big win for us. We need the Seahawks to lose when we sim here. That would make our lives significantly easier. And they just don't. They're not a team that likes to do that. They don't like to lose. We're just going to sim this week. It's against the Falcons. They're a pretty good team. But we sim and finally get a win. That was the Seahawks bye week as well. I'm going to go ahead and call that this episode. It's been fun, but I think this will be the end, and I will resume, obviously, in the next one. So, thank you for tuning in.